The Old Man Song by Campbell. At the turning of the century I was a boy of 5. My father went to fight the Boer and never came back alive. My mother was left to bring us up, no charity she'd seek, so she washed and scrubbed and scraped along on 7 and 6 a week. When I was 12, I left the school and went to find a job. With growing kids, my mother was glad of the couple of extra bob. I'm sure that better schooling would have done me in good stead, but you can't afford refinements when you're struggling for your bread. And when the Great War came along, I didn't hesitate. I took the Royal Shilling and went off to do me bit. We fought in mud and tears and blood for 3 years or thereabouts. Then he caught some gas in Flanders and got invalided out. And when the war was over and we'd settled with the Hun, we got back into civvies and we thought the fighting done. We'd had the right to live in peace, but no such loving luck. For soon we had to fight for the right to go to work. In 26, the general strike found me out on the streets, though I'd a wife and kids by then and their needs I had to meet. But a brave new world was coming and the brotherhood of man. But when the strike was over, we were back where we began. I struggled through the 30s out of work now and again. I saw the black shirt marching and the things they did in Spain. I brought me kids up decent and I taught them wrong from right. But Hitler was the boy who came and taught them how to fight. My daughter was a land girl, she got married to a Yank. They gave me son a gong for stopping one of Rommel's tanks. He was wounded just before the end and convalesced in Rome. Then he married a night-eye nurse and never bothered to come home. Me daughter writes us once a month a cheerful little note about the colour telly and the other things they've got. They had a son, a likely lad, who just turned 21. They write to say he never came back from fighting in Vietnam. I'm living on the pension now. It doesn't go too far, not much to show for a life that's been like one long bloody war. When I think of all the wasted lives, it makes me want to cry. I don't know how to change things, but by Christ, we'll have to try.